Good morning. It's too early. We're going to high and mighty 4 hours sleep after the bus, but at least a nice view so far. Just have to go wait by the highway for 20 minutes now to see if the bus turns up. Wish me luck. The bus is due in about 10 minutes, so I got to the bakery, which, weirdly enough, they're open 24 hours here. Greggs, step your game up. Sausage and cheese pastry, and a white monster. That'll cure any tiredness. We're out at the port. Don't know what gate I'm at though. My ferry's in half an hour. We've got to get a wriggle on. The kind man said it was B1, so I'm gonna B1. Atheros Port. Adios. A much smaller boat than the others, but it's a much quicker journey, being only an hour and 20. This will be fun. All around. That's what. Why is everything on a hill? This came from down there. Bloody hell. It's freaking 30 degrees as well. Get me in this hostel. So yeah, not a bad view from that stall. Look at that. Time to explore. That's where all the clubs are. Sounds a bit reformed to me. Very quaint little place. It's hard to believe that it's a manic party destination when it looks like this during the day. Terrified of what's to come. So many that. I don't know what a kamikaze shot is, but not bad value. On we go. The first destination of Walkies is a very literally named Windmill Panoramic View, and you can see for why. From here you can see the Church of St. Nicholas just up there at the tippy top, which provides hopefully a lovely vista for tonight's sunset. And over there is destination number 2. But first, horses. And as I travel down this rocky path, we're on our way to the archaeological site of Skarkos, which is a Bronze Age civilization, which was excavated as early as 1987, I believe, and tells us a lot about what life used to be like in the Cyclades. Traditional street Satura is what I've just come down. And Chora is the name for the main port, like the main town where I landed in. Call it Choro, but I don't think it's known as that currently. But it's that town up there. Lovely little stroll. Very quiet. Nice. Little sneak peek. Well, I feel a fool. Of course, what's all this way? It's all this way. Nice bloody shot. It's all this way. 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 Still a nice view though. Today is a Monday, and it is part of a Greek holiday. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's wet. Maybe. Might be wet. Might not be wet. Might be too wet. I don't know. So it's closed. It's a bloody nice to look at though. There's a little QR on the outside. I'm going to get a little bit more info and perhaps I'll tell you some more about it. So whilst we can't go in, I suppose the views from outside are not too bad either. As you can see the size of the settlement so far. All the walls building up. Then back down this dirt path and we'll talk a bit about it. And yes, this will be stop-starty because I'm reading from a website. I don't just know these things. It'd be cool if I did. Maybe I should look at history a little bit more. But for now, a bit of reading never hurt anybody. So initially I was mistaken when I said that it was excavated in the late 1900s. It actually began excavation as early as the 1890s, and it's still continuing to this day. There's the age of it from the early Bronze Age dated to around about 2700 2500 ish BC. It's very difficult to preserve, allegedly, these settlements. It's more caves and tombs and things underground that tend to be more well preserved. But this was a bit of a rare find that spans over 11 acres, which is quite sizable in terms of the whole settlements. There's a fly trying to kill me right now. Piss off. It's very well built upon. You can see that it was there for ages and ages and was continuously rebuilt. And there's buildings that are, there's 2 meter high walls. There's 2-story buildings. There's evidence of different areas used for things like cooking or storing farming materials, and that has been found through the various objects and some even fabrics, I believe, that were uncovered in the site. Which I think is pretty cool. It's also a bit of a marvel in terms of settlements because it provides a rather useful insight into the socio-economic state of settlements in that time. Amongst those various houses and whatnot, there was streets that were 2 meters wide. There was courtyards with high walls, so it does give a little bit of perspective as to how people sort of navigated around the city, how people lived, what they did. Yeah, it's nice. The settlement also sits in a very privileged position of cultivatable land, but also is incredibly close to the coast and directly faces Sikinos, which is likely another reason why the settlement flourished so much. It is quite a sizable settlement as well. Yeah, that's the info so far. Whether I'll come back tomorrow to have a proper mooch around is yet to be seen. I think that would be nice, but there may be other things to do. So, currently still walking down a dirt path, being harassed by etymology, bugs, flies, and the likes. And we'll head now to the beach to cool off with a dip. Let's go. I made a friend. Kalispera. He doesn't speak Greek. Let's go to the beach, each. Inky Minjaj. Slight time jump, but had a nap. It's time for food and drink.
Nice being so close.
I was actually saying, I wish I had
Not bad view. Curing a little bit of a hangover. No plans today. Probably just chilling. Eos is alright. Check out at like 8 tomorrow. Well, no, my ferry's at 8 tomorrow and I check out early. So, best behaviour this evening. Or I'll throw up on the boat, which nobody wants to see, especially not me. So, not sure what we're going to do today, but keep you updated. Peace. Big chilling today. Not done an awful lot. Just met up with some of the other guys that we went out with last night. Went to the pool, just chilling there for like a couple of hours. I'm a little bit red, as you can see, so may avoid the sun for the rest of the day, just to be certain. Get some after sun on. Being British in this place is a nightmare. I am toasting. Howdy. It's future Liam. Currently in Naxos on my second day, putting together some of the clips from EOS, or should I say the lack of clips from EOS. That is poor from me, and I apologise to both 5 people that watch and my future self. I should have recorded more. That's on me. But the truth is about that is that I was just having a little bit too much of a good time. And I don't mean getting like leathered or anything. I mean just like met a lot of people. Was being very social. The hostel Francesco's, which by the way is probably one of the best hostels I've ever stayed at, was just like, it's so social. Everyone was so lovely. I literally spent most of every day like with other people. It was the first day we went out and did the little tour of, went to the Vista Point, went to the archaeological ruins, and took a trip down to the beach. And there's a bit of a time jump to where it was food, and then there was a sunset, and then suddenly there's a load of clips of being out and about. So essentially that was how it went out for, as I left the hostel, we went up to the church that I pointed out in the Vista Point, with so 8 other travellers, and just sat, chilled, chatted, watched the sunset, took a beer up, and then say a beer. The eagle-eyed of yous will spot us a Kopparberg, and feel free to slay me in the comments for it, but hey ho, it's yummy and go fuck yourself. But yeah, we then went down for some dinner, and by dinner I mean a burger van, pretty much. As soon as you can get something down you, and then get back up to getting ready and getting sorted, and your pre-drinks is the key element really. So yeah, we literally just went back up to the hostel. They have like welcome drinks for all the new arrivals that day. The owner, Francesco, Julie, gives everyone a free shot, and it's a very, very, very social environment, which is something that on this trip so far I've not had in any of the hostels. And just like sat and chatted to, there's a couple of lads who I'd met in Paris who ended up being in the same hostel, 2 guys from Philadelphia. There was 2 Canadian guys who was again stayed in the same hostel in Paris, and it just happened to end up in EOS. So it was good to see everybody again and like chat to them properly, and actually like have like a night out and stuff together. So that led us to the day after, the 2 clips of me getting up rather early, all high and mighty, and having some brekkie and getting ready for the day. Literally then spent a few hours just chilling by the pool, debriefing with everybody. There was like maybe 20 of us from the night before, just out. I use the word tanning loosely in my case, but for them probably a bit more applicable. And then I had a bit of a dip, a bit of a swim, and people kind of filtered off to go eat and whatnot, which is what I then did. After I recorded the last clip, I met up with my roommate, a guy called Ziad, who's from Montreal. Lovely bloke. It was his birthday while we were there, so we made sure to let everybody know that it was his birthday, and see if we can get some free drinks or something. But he was a top bloke. We then went back to the hostel afterwards to get ready to go down to the beach. Went down to the beach. It was hella windy, so it was the most unpleasant experience. just getting pelted by sand all the time, and it was too hot. So went back to the hostel. Everyone was kind of just wanting to take a nap or something to get ready for the upcoming night. So I just sat around the pool and just played some chess on my phone, to be honest. Then met with some other guys who'd like just checked in that day, who came out for a swim, and we got talking. And that's the nice part. Like, someone will just turn up and you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" and strike up a conversation. Something I just don't really do at home, maybe aside from like a run club, but it is interesting just how extroverted you need to be on these holidays, albeit maybe temporarily, but it is fun, it is nice. That night then, of course, my ferry was very early, so I had to, I said I'd have a few drinks, of course, because, you know, of course, while I look, but I wasn't going to go out to the town. So when the hostel bar shut at 1 is when everybody leaves, so I said, right, when that happens, you guys go and I'll pack my case and I'll go to bed. And it was really lovely. It's like all the people I'd met, like maybe like a day before, you know, we'd bonded in some way or some form. It's all these very fleeting friendships that are very lovely. You collect a lot of Instagrams. If you want your gram following up, go travelling, because that's all you do is exchange Instagrams with people. But yeah, we sat and drank, played a few card games, chatted about, you know, everything. And then they left at 1, and then I went to bed. So like I said, didn't take many clips because I was just like, just in it, you know, just in the moment, and enjoying it, which was good fun. I haven't had like a very social part yet. And spoiler alert, I'm shattered. So the next vlog will not be very interesting. I might mix Naxos and then Athens together, because there's not going to be much content coming out of this trip. It's just more of a chill and recuperate. I've been traveling for nearly 3 weeks now, so a couple of rest days, not the worst idea. So thought I'd fill in some of the gaps from EOS, because there's not much there and it's kind of all jumpy around, so I hope that clears things up. And I also want to just drop a few things in there so that I don't forget that that had happened. So I'll leave you with the clips of me heading over to Naxos, and yeah, peace. Ferry time. Good morning. I'm tired. 4 hours sleep again. First time going down the big steep hill. Much better than going up it. Travellers, break your quiet. Goodbye. Yes. Surprisingly nice.